What's up, kings and queens? It's your boy Dan from Daft Previews. In today's video, I'm going to take you through three different picks. We've got three basketball games on today, two in the W, one in the NBA. I'm going to take you through one pick in each of those games. Now, if that sounds interesting, let's go.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to your line from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice and the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.
Now, normally I'd say ladies first, but in this instance, we're going with the boys. Going to Game 7 of the NBA playoffs. This game's probably going to have the most eyes on it. I think the WNBA has the most potential to make money on, but we'll start with the boys, then we'll get to the W. Shout out to Props Madness. It's the best tool you're going to find if you like betting on player props on basketball. Smashing it in the NBA, using it in the WNBA as well. You get a 7-day free trial and a 25% discount when you use the code DARF when you sign up. So go ahead and check out Props Madness. Let's talk about this game. It's Game 7, Nuggets, Thunder. I am a little bit biased. I hope that the Nuggets win this one, but that's not going to influence my betting. I will call something out, though. I am going light on both the NBA and the WNBA. The NBA playoffs is tough as hell to bet on, and the WNBA just started. So I'm going light on both of those things. I'm only playing half unit on the plays that I share with you today. But let's talk about this game. Firstly, I want to call out that it's projected to be lower scoring. We've got a total of 213, and it makes sense. It's Game 7. These guys have worked each other out by now. They know how the other team's going to play. It just comes down to how well do they play on the day. I don't think there's much more strategical adjustments that could possibly be made, but it is going to be a lower scoring game in my opinion. Not only is the defense going to be up, you got some nerves and all that type of stuff, but let's talk about it. We've got Aaron Gordon. He's a game time decision, strained hamstring. Does he play? If he does, will he be effective? A couple of question marks there. I'm not betting on many players, obviously. I'm sharing one bet. How stupid of me. But without stalling, let's get into it. I'm betting on Nikola Jokic today. And for Nikola Jokic, this is what I think happens today. I think he and Murray see a ton of usage, a lot of opportunities, a lot of volume, a lot of shots. And I still think it's going to be a low-scoring game. But what I do love in this is the under 8.5 assists for Nikola Jokic. So I bet the under 8.5 2 games ago. Then that line moved to 7.5 in the last game. Then he finished right on 8. The line's been bumped up to 8.5. It's very juiced to the under, though. Minus 145, the best I could see on the under. So you do have to parlay this if you want to get some decent odds. So I'm taking Nikola Jokic under 8.5 assists. And I'm pairing that with Nikola Jokic to score 20-plus points. So let's talk about it. Nikola Jokic in this series against OKC. He's under this line in every single game. He's averaging 5.7 assists. What I also like about it, his potential assists, 14.7 potential assists in this series, which is down from the 16.5 he averaged throughout the regular season. Not to mention, his minutes are up to 41, whereas in the regular season, 37. So in this series, he's playing more minutes than he normally would in the regular season. In this series, he's seeing less potential assists than he normally would, despite playing more minutes. This OKC defense, they're all over him. Even though they're double teaming him, the potential assist volume's not there. He's not getting quality passes off the way he normally would. His actual pass volume is actually down. So despite playing more minutes, he's not passing the ball as much as he normally would. And it's quite obvious if you look at his shot attempts and his volume. He's taking a lot more shots, and you can see it right here. If we look at his field goal attempts in this game, he's taking 21.8 shots per game, which is up on the 19.6 he saw in the regular season. So he's taking a lot more shots, playing more time. He's really getting after it. And I think in a game like this, it's Game 7. He was pretty somewhat quiet in the last game, only 14 shots. But at the same time, a lot of the role players from OKC really stood up. I don't know if they stand up today. On the road, we've seen a lot of the role players struggle. Christian Brown struggled on the road. Michael Porter Jr. struggled in every game except one. Russell Westbrook struggled in 3 consecutive games now. And you add to the fact that Aaron Gordon potentially misses his game or he's somewhat injured when he plays. I think it's going to be a whole lot of Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic in this. So I don't think Nikola Jokic gets the assists, but I also think he clears the 20 points quite easy. Even if he doesn't shoot well, I think he takes enough volume to cover that. So I lean to the over and Nikola Jokic to score 30, but I do think it's a low-scoring game. So taking him to score 20-plus points, and I'm pairing that with under 8.5 assists for Nikola Jokic. That's the play that I've got here on the NBA. Now, for the Thunder team, I don't know who scores. I don't know who does what. I have different scripts in my mind, but I'm not going to throw that out there. Shit. A lot of them are going to be wrong anyway. So I'm rolling with the under there on Nikola Jokic on his assist. That's the main play. outside of that, I just want to enjoy the spectacle. That game does start at 5:30 a.m. my time, but I'll probably wake up at about 6, tune into the second, third, and fourth quarter and see what happens. But what else do we have? Scrolling on to the WNBA. So we've got 2 games on. We've got the Mystics versus the Sun. We've got the Lynx versus the Spark. I'll take you through the plays that I'm looking at. So the first one is in the Mystics versus the Sun. Don't have many markets available at the moment. There's only 6 total players available to bet on. So there's a lot of things that you're probably not wary of. But what I do know of in this game for the Connecticut Sun, like they got nobody. They pretty much lost the whole core of their team. Most of their starting lineup is gone, actually. You could argue their whole starting lineup from last season is gone. But they do have some reliable playmakers in there. Marina Mabry, she's one person who's going to get a lot of time, but I'm not betting on Mabry given her shot selection. I'm rolling with Tina Charles today, and I like her over in her 25.5 points and rebounds for Tina Charles. And for Tina Charles, it's quite simple. I think she's going to be a primary scorer on this team. Currently, the way that they're constructed, she's a veteran. She's played in the league a very long time ago. I think it was, 10 to 12 years ago, she actually played on the Connecticut Sun. And when she was with the Connecticut Sun, she won the MVP of the league. Now, it's taken a long time, like 11, 12 years, but she's back at Connecticut. And she said it herself that returning home feels like she's dreaming. So she's in a very happy situation. Looking at stuff in the preseason, I don't put too much stock into it, but what's clear to me is that she's going to see a ton of opportunity. A lot of this offense really revolved around her. She averaged 14 field goal attempts in limited minutes in the preseason, significantly more than anybody else on the team. So she saw a lot of volume. A lot of her points do come around the basket within the paint. That's where she's most effective. She's up against the Washington Mystics today, and the Mystics, they're going to get torched down low, I think, quite frequently. Facing Shakira Austin, that's her first game of the season. She's quite injury prone, good player, but probably doesn't see enough minutes to really slow down Tina Charles. Facing Stephanie Dolson, I don't think there's any problem with that. She dominated their last matchup against the Mystics right here. She had 20 points, 10 boards the last time they played. But I think Tina Charles is going to see some minutes today. She'll play 30-plus minutes. She gets a lot of her points through offensive rebound and putting things back. And based off what I saw against the Mystics when they versed the Atlanta Dream, they gave up a lot of rebounds in that game, a lot of offensive rebounds, and they got torched down low. So I'm relying on the vet Tina Charles here to see some volume. I'd like to see at least 15 shots from her in this game and about the 10, 11 rebounds that she's projected for. So I'm liking Tina Charles over 25.5 points and rebounds. The next play, we've got the Lynx versus Sparks. And there were 2 call-out players, standout players, not call-out players, from the opening games. Kelsey Plum went crazy, 37 points in her opener. And Nafisa Collier went crazy as well in hers. And I think she scored 34. Yeah, 34 points in the opener for her. But today, I'm taking a bet on Kelsey Plum, and I'm actually fading Kelsey Plum. I'm taking the under 5.5 assists. You can get this for plus money, so I love that. Plus money on FanDuel, Caesars, DraftKings, BetMGM. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here for Kelsey Plum. She had 6 assists in the opener against the Valkyrie. She played 40 minutes in that game, which was great. Scored a lot of points, yada, yada, yada. Now, the one thing I found real interesting about Kelsey Plum is her usage rate. And I'll talk about the usage rate in a second. Let's talk about the Minnesota Lynx. The Minnesota Lynx have been excellent at limiting production from guards. Last season, they allowed the fewest assists allowed to guards. And this season, their team, relatively unchanged. So I think it's still going to be a tough matchup for guards. They've only played 1 game this season against the Dallas Wings. And in that game, they shut down Ogunbowale. They shut down Paige Buchers. Neither of them could really create too much on offense. And I think they do that again here to Kelsey Plum and the Spark. Now, Plum, she had 6 assists against the Valkyrie. Valkyrie, not a great team. They try hard, but in terms of the caliber of talent they have in the team, well below everybody else in the league, in my opinion. A very weak defensive team. And in that game, Kelsey Plum only had 6 assists. She just scored 37 points, though. But what I found was those assists were from just defensive breakdowns, like very straightforward assists. Anybody could have made a lot of those plays. Well, not anybody, but you know what I'm saying. In that game against the Valkyrie, her assist line was 4.5. That's quickly jumped up to 5.5 in this game after getting 6 assists. But that line has moved up despite this being a very difficult matchup for her. Now, the one thing about Kelsey Plum in that first game, she had an astonishing 30% usage rate, which is crazy. It was just scary to take an under with somebody with such a high usage rate. And I looked at her games last season when she had a similar usage rate to see what does Kelsey Plum when she sees that much ball. So even though last season she was on a different team, I think the usage rate can really paint a picture for us here. So for Kelsey Plum, if we look at games where she has at least a 28% usage rate, so this is 28 to 34% usage rate. She was under this line in 5 out of 7 games. She averaged 5.1 assists anyway. And the reason why I like the under here for Kelsey Plum is plus money play, which is always good. But we also add to the fact that last season, she had more scoring talent around her. If we look at the team currently constructed, Jerica Hamby, good player, not a great scorer. Rakea Jackson, she's a good spot-up shooter. I'll give her that. Azura Stevens, not too worried. Odyssey Sims, I'm not worried about that either. If anything, Kelsey Plum's going to take a lot more shots than she's going to be creating for others, especially against a tough defense like Minnesota. Whereas last season, when the Aces, man, how hard is it to get assists when you pass on the ball to Asia Wilson? When you've got shooters like Jackie Young out there, Tiffany Hayes, like you have more options. This season, in this team, Kelsey Plum's going to be out there to score some points. I don't think she's covering 5.5 assists. So that's all I've got for you today. We only have 3 games, but those are my 3 picks. Those are my insights. If you like them, go ahead and jump on board. But if you're interested in signing up to my WNBA season pass, I've got that out. It does have a discount on it at the moment. So I'll be sharing every single bet, every single parlay, looking to run it up. My goal is 100 units of profit on the WNBA. We did over 300 units on the NBA. If I can get 100 units profit here in the W, I'd be very happy with that. But I'll leave a link for that in the video description below if you're interested. If not, we're all good. Just like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment down below. Let's grow this channel up. I wish you guys the best of luck on this upcoming slate. Let's go Nuggets. Let's go.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to your line from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice and the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.